What is up, guys? Welcome back. This is a new series of videos we're going to be doing on the channel where we take a look at things from the Warhammer community, the new Rumour Engine pictures, the new releases, the new codexes, the new books, the new models, anything that goes up on there. We're going to be taking a look at it and just sort of trying to figure out what it is in the case of the Rumour Engines, or just have a discussion about what the models are, what they can do, what we think of them, and any rules that go up, what we think of those rules, whether they're balanced, whether they're cool, whether they're good, and all that kind of good stuff. So, first episode that we have today is going to be taking a look at the Rumour Engine picture, which went up earlier today on Warhammer Community, which appears to be, as you can see on your screen, some kind of egg with a insectoid creature hatching out of it. Now, the wording on Warhammer Community is quite interesting. It says, "The Rumour Engine has hatched a new image for you to puzzle over. It looks like a tough nut to crack." And then beneath the image it says, "If an idea about what it might be is bugging you, share it with the community on the Warhammer Age of Sigmar and Warhammer 40,000 Facebook pages." So there's a few things in here. Obviously, the wording is very carefully chosen, so hatched. Obviously, you can see the creature coming out of this egg as it sort of bursts out into life. And then they've obviously chosen bugging you because it looks quite insectoid, as I said. Now, as to what this thing may be, I've seen a few people talking about it, and I wanted to go through a few things that I had seen and read and discuss what I thought about it. So the first one that I saw people talking about, and that I myself actually considered when I first saw the picture sort of on my phone, so it was quite small, I didn't see it up close, was whether this was something new Tyranid related. It looked a bit alien ages from a distance, and sort of the egg sort of looked something like a hive spore or something like that. So from a distance I thought, oh, is there something new Tyranid related coming out? But then I looked a bit closer and I read the wording, and obviously I don't think it is something Tyranid related. I think if you're hoping that it is, you will unfortunately have to be waiting a little bit longer. As we know, Tyranids don't typically hatch from eggs, at least as far as I know. In the lore, there's no evidence that they hatch from eggs. They're sort of spawned in spawning pools. So the fact that this creature's hatching from an egg immediately kind of says to me that it's not a Tyranid. And then if you look at the creature itself, as I said, it looks very insectoid, which the Tyranids in 40k have always had more of like a Geiger look, like the alien look from the Aliens films. So you don't see many of the Tyranid models with sort of the big bug eyes and the antenna and that sort of thing. The eggs sort of look Tyranidy because they're fairly chitinous, but the actual creature itself doesn't lend itself to the Tyranid range in terms of anything that we've seen so far. So I don't think that it's anything Tyranid related. The next thing that I've seen people talking about it as to what it might be is the Ambull, which came in the Blackstone Fortress game, the Warhammer Quest game, I believe. And to be fair, as you can see on the screen now, there's a picture of the Ambull. It has similarities. Like, it's got the mandibles down by its mouth, where its mouth will be, just like the Ambull has the larger versions of. And it's got those sort of antenna near the top, and the Ambuls are sort of swept back, but it's definitely got a similar looking kind of antenna. The only thing that's putting me off this idea is the fact that the Ambull, as you can see, has got several. It's got two big eyes, but then it's got a few sort of smaller, whether they're eyes or just like nostrils or some kind of senses. But the creature in the Rumour Engine picture has just got those two really big bulbous eyes, and that to me doesn't look like the face that's going to grow up into a big scary Ambull. It may do. It certainly has similarities to the Ambull, which you could definitely make the connection between it and a fully grown Ambull. But for me, the eyes sort of make me think possibly not. But then obviously we don't know. We've never seen a baby Ambull as far as I'm aware in the lore. So that could be how they look, and then as they grow, sort of they just grow around their eyes, and the eyes get proportionally smaller, and these other four sort of eyes or nostrils or senses, whatever they may be, develop as the face grows. So it could possibly be a baby Ambull, which begs the question, is it going to be a new Ambull model, or is it going to be part of sort of a terrain piece, or just a bit of scenery on a base or whatnot for another Ambull? We don't really know, but that would be cool. I mean, is that something new for Blackstone Fortress. I've never actually played it, so I don't know if they're still doing the expansions for that, or if they're sort of they're all done with the new releases that they're doing for that. But another Ambull model would be quite cool, because I love the Ambull model. I think it looks absolutely fantastic, and seeing sort of some different varieties of it and some baby ones as well could be quite cool to see, I think. The final thing that I've seen people talking about that it might be is related to the Vespid, the Tau auxiliary forces with the wings and the guns that used to be AP3 anti-marine guns. I can't remember what they are now off the top of my head in terms of 8th or 9th edition, but people have been saying that it looks similar to the Vespid. Now, as you can see on the screen, there's models there. I really don't see it at all, to be honest with you. The Vespid have got lots of eyes. They don't have the antenna, although they've got sort of bits on their shoulders that seem to be poking up. The one in the back has those sort of chitinous plates that are going upwards, but that's definitely not the same as the antenna on the creature in the Rumour Engine picture. So I'm not so sure about that. I don't think they are directly related to Kroot or Vespid. However, what I do think, if it's not an Ambull related release, what this may be is something related to the Vespid and related to the Kroot. So I think it might be something that is another Tau auxiliary force. We know that the Tau use different races and different species in their auxiliary forces. They even have humans in some cases fighting for them. So I don't know whether this could be a new model range for Tau auxiliary forces to either replace the Vespid or to just go alongside the Vespid and the Kroot and be another option for Tau players to take. But whatever it is, I'm sure we will find out in the not too distant future. Find out whether it's part of a larger release or just a one-off model or part of a base for a larger model. I personally, in the moment, am leaning towards something Ambull related. The more I look at it, the more I look at the picture of the Ambull and the picture in the Rumour Engine, the more I see sort of those antennae at the top matching, and the tiny little mandibles matching the mandibles for the Ambull. The only thing that doesn't quite match up at this stage is the eyes, but as I said, that could definitely change as the creature sort of grows and metamorphs into a fully grown Ambull. So that's what my thinking is at the moment, that it's probably something Ambull related. Whether that's going to turn out to be a full-on 40k release or something just related to Blackstone Fortress, obviously we don't know. We'll have to keep our eyes open and find out. But yeah, those are just a few thoughts about this picture. I will obviously be talking more about more substantial releases. This was just a fairly small one-off little picture with not a huge amount to go on, as most of the Rumour Engine pictures are. But this isn't even one that you could really relate to a faction in 40k so much, apart from possibly Tau, as we said. But what do you think it is? Do you think it's Ambull related? Do you think it could possibly be a new Tau auxiliary species? Or do you think it may well be a curveball and be something completely new that they're going to add into the game? Let me know in the comments below, and I hope you have enjoyed this video. I will be doing more as the Warhammer community releases new pictures and rules and updates and bits of news, so I'll be covering those as much as I can. Hopefully I will see you all here when the next bit of news drops. Until then, I will catch you later, guys.